This is Joe with Cedar Creek Rustic Furniture. I'm making a quick little video on comparing the 5-foot log garden swing that we manufacture here in Michigan to another competitor's that sells online. Obviously, just by looking at it, you can see the big difference in size, the difference in size diameters of the frame logs. Let me get up a little closer so you can see the difference. I'll measure ours here and see what we got. You're about 5.5, and that's pretty consistent. Ours are the same diameter from top to bottom. Let's take a look at this one here. This is about 3 1/8, and it does taper down to a little less than 3 maybe. So these posts on this swing, they do go from they're big on the bottom, a little bit smaller on top. Let's take a look at the peel. You can see ours is Cedar Creek swing there is pretty smooth. Let's get a little closer look here. A little bit rough. And while we're here, let's take a quick look at how their braces are. What it looks like to me, they're taking a 2.5, 3-inch post and they're cutting it right down the middle. There's cut in the middle. We take a solid 3-inch post and we notch it. So it's solid here. Then we notch it down to make it nice and flat. So let me measure ours. We've got 2 inches. Let me go over here to theirs. They are a little over 1 inch. So there's a pretty big difference there between the bracing. You can see that's on all the braces. They cut theirs in half. Ours are solid 3 inches, just notched. So let's look at the back. From this one here, looks like it's a fanned out back, and they just cut it on top to put another arch there. Our backs are fanned out, but they're also radiused. You can see how we radius the tops of them. And going back to the construction here, looking at these braces, you can see the hardware that they're using. Some leg screws. You can see we use leg screws with a washer and are zinc coated. But I'm going to show you the difference in size of the hardware that's holding each swing together. So this swing is ours, the Cedar Creek Rustic Furniture swing, is using this size leg screw. And the other one that sells online is using this size leg screw. So to compare the two here, you can see there's quite a bit of difference there also. So while we're speaking about hardware, let's see how they fasten their bucket. So you can see they got an eye bolt on the bottom, an eye bolt on top with an open-ended S-hook. I don't know how that works quite, if that comes out of there or not. And then I see that eye bolt goes all the way through and is bolted up on top. Now, as you can see, it's countersunk. So what you got there is a big pocket of water that can sit there. It's going to be the first place that thing rusts or rots. And to be honest with you, that's a pretty crucial spot there. So let's go back to the Cedar Creek Rustic swing, just so you can see. I'm going to step back that's the swing we're looking at here. And I'm going to go up and let you see how our hardware is assembled. So we have a cross bolt, we have an eye bolt with a custom-made U-bolt that goes in there so it swings nice. And then that goes all the way through this 5.5-inch diameter log, and we have it sticking out with a nut and a washer. As you can see, that's not countersunk. There's a reason why. We don't want to countersink that because we don't want water sitting down in there. Not a good place for water to sit. And while we're still on the subject of hardware, let's see how they fasten their bucket to their upright. What they got is they got a leg screw that goes into that arm and a leg screw that goes into that horizontal post sitting there. You can see it just goes in, it doesn't come all the way through on either one. Now going back to our 5-foot log garden swing, what we've got is you can see that it's countersunk here, and there's a leg screw that goes into that arm. And then on the bottom, we have a carriage bolt that goes all the way through. So it's countersunk here. There's a carriage bolt that goes all the way through this post, and there's a nut and washer that it bolts it down. It's not just going into it, it's actually going all the way through. So I think that gives a good explanation on the differences between the two swings. I'm going to back up here so you can take another look at and see the differences. It's a lot higher. I'm not sure what this one was rated for. I believe it was rated for like 140 pounds is how much that swing right here weighs. And ours is a 250-pound swing, so just because of the larger logs made a difference in the weight. It's definitely, the wind's definitely not going to blow this one over. So you can see they're both fan back. They both have contoured seats. They're contoured. So what you got here is you got a little economy swing here to the right. That's a competitor of ours that sells online. We got our big 5-foot log garden swing. Now, if you're not looking for a big swing, we do manufacture an economy 5-foot swing. All three of these swings are 5-foot swings. So I'm going to show the differences between our 5-foot cedar swing to our competitors. So let's take a quick look. You can see that our posts are solid diameter all the way from the top to the bottom. And you can see we're a little bit bigger than theirs. Again, let's take a look at their their bracing. Their bracing, like I said before, a little over an inch. 2.5. Let me go over here, see what size this one is. You can see that's the same. So these are solid braces. We got the same system as the other one where we have a I-bolt, U-bolt. Instead of having a countersink, we just have the nut and washer so the water doesn't sit there. Let's go over here. You can see, again, countersunk. Water's going to sit in there. That's the first place it's going to rot. Hardware on this little economy swing, we're still using this big leg screw. This one here. You can see it on the construction. This swing, the competitor swing online, uses this little thing. Again, fan back, contoured seats, contoured seating. So if you're looking for a little bit smaller swing, frame-wise, otherwise they're all the same size bucket, we do offer that too. So I don't know how well of a job I did to describe the differences between our two swings and the competitors, but I hope it helps you out. I think if you're looking for a log swing, you definitely got to have a swing that's made out of cedar, especially white cedar. You're going to get 20 plus years out of white cedar sitting outside. I wouldn't buy anything that's got any other species of wood, like Doug fir or pine, you're going to get about 5 years out of those. Plus, they're going to warp. Cedar doesn't warp as much, so what you got now, you're going to have for 20 years. So anyway, I hope that explains it. I hope that helps you out. Thank you very much.